What's up, guys? Lvladen here, and today I'm coming at you with a little bit of a concerning video. So, obviously, everyone is concerned how and when Rets are going to be nerfed in PvP. And as much as I want to deny and say no, Ret doesn't need to be nerfed, there are very, obvious examples of one-shots by every class, but as a Ret Paladin, you can almost always consistently one-shot. And, that is due to poor class design, honestly. It's from cooldown stacking. It's from being able to bubble, and people aren't able to stop you from doing your damage in arena. One of the examples of this is, you can go into one of my Twitch VODs, but we were able to go like 69 and 1 in threes at above like 2300 MMR. Running Prot, Ret, Unholy DK, and just one-shotting people every single game in the opener. One loss was actually from a missed Q, but yeah, you get the point. So Ret is nutty on the pre-patch. Now, this is beta, and as much as I want to say Ret doesn't need to be nerfed because health pools are higher, there is scaling in Arena right now on the beta, and what you see is about 29k HP, with 190 item level gear outside of PvP combat. And inside PvP combat, this scales up to, I believe, about like 213, 215, something around there. And your HP goes to about 35 to 36,000. Now, on beta, what's happening with the covenants is you are now picking whichever covenant can help you one-shot into the execution sentence window hardest. And, originally that was Venthyr. Not Venthyr, sorry. That was Necrolord. And they nerfed that. And it's still not bad. It's really not that bad. But now, you don't want to run Necrolord at all because Kyrian is simply better. And this is the problem with Covenants that everyone was going to say, is everyone's going to pick whatever's best. And right now, Kyrian is absolutely the best Covenant for Ret Paladins. I'm going to have a whole separate video coming out after this about Kyrian, explaining why it's the best, how it works, stuff like that. Even just the soul binds are the best. So, right now, I'm going to talk about how to safely nerf Ret Paladin while keeping the interactiveness of the talents. Like, for example, I don't want to be picking the passive talents in anything. I don't want to be picking Sanctified Wrath or Crusade. I want Final Reckoning to be the best because it's an extra ability. I like having extra abilities. I don't want Divine Purpose to be the best because I like having the choice of either active ability. And I really, really, really want Execution Sentence to stay the best because, again, active ability. Now, there's several things that are making Execution Sentence really, really, really strong right now. And the number one is the interaction that it has with both Seraphim, Final Reckoning, and Judgment. Now, it scales, like, the damage that Execution Sentence does is increased based off of, it's a holy power spender. So your Mastery, Seraphim, Final Reckoning, and Judgment all increases damage. And the damage that you do while it's ticking down, is increased plus 20% of the damage taken from your abilities during that window. So it is exactly what Old Monk Touch of Death is. Now, there's multiple ways that Blizzard could nerf it that would be unfun and hurtful to Ret as a class. One would be making the cooldown 2 minutes. That's not fun. We don't want that to happen. Number two, we don't want the actual ability itself to get nerfed because then no one's going to use it. The safest action that I could see for nerfing Execution Sentence in PvP, because yes, there are PvP template nerfs still in the game, is reducing the damage increase to Execution Sentence based on damage done during the window. Now, don't get rid of it entirely because that would make the ability not fun. We want to have interaction between the abilities. We want to have synergy. For instance, Final Reckoning Seraphim synergize very well for that 1 minute burst window along with Execution Sentence. Now, these three talents synergize very, very well. If they reduced the damage additive by like 15%, I'd start testing there. I'd start by adding the plus 5% of damage taken from abilities instead of 20%. Because right now, unfortunately, you can still stack it up higher than health pools in PvP combat. And that's getting, decent Seraphim window setups. It's not like this ability is not thoughtless. Like, it requires no skill to use either. I mean, it's, you know, it's WoW skill in 2020. It's not that difficult, but there is pre-planning to it. You do want to get your Reckoning, your Judgment, and your Final Reckoning on the target while using Seraphim. Having that snapshot with Final Reckoning, with your wings, and then doing damage, everything that you can into the window, such as Wake of Ashes, Templar's Verdict, and Divine Toll. But all of those, you can still consistently crit someone for like 40 to 50k in Shadowlands. And this is going to be nerfed. It's not fun to get executed at full HP with your shield wall on. It's not, you know, as much fun as I have doing it. Like, I understand the frustration of other players, and I really want Ret to be viable. I want to have fun with the talents. These are very, very fun talents. It's new. It's nice to have these new buttons, but it is a little too much right now. And then Kyrian Divine Toll, like, itself is also pretty insane. I'm gonna have a whole separate video on that, as I said before. Right now, if we're gonna focus on Ret nerfs, because Blizzard is doing behind the scenes tuning right now. It was not in the patch notes, but several Covenant abilities are nerfed. There's a lot of PvP template nerfs. PvP scaling is in the game again on beta. It may have never left, but I did test out with a friend if it existed, and it does, unfortunately. There are new template nerfs in the game, for instance, Monk Fallen Order. So the backend nerfs are happening that aren't on the front page of MMO Champion and Wowhead. So this is why I'm making this video now, before they straight up toss a 50% damage nerf on Execution Sentence and make, you know, Righteous Verdict or Zeal the way to go in the game, because we don't want these in PvP. They're not fun. They're not interactive. We want to have extra abilities. At least I want to have extra abilities, and a lot of my friends want to. So thanks for watching, guys. If you're out there getting one shot by Execution Sentence or doing the one shotting yourselves, you know, play around with it while you can. Have fun while you can, while it's not nerfed. And Blizzard, please don't destroy this ability or its interactions. The interactions, very fun, very synergistic. It's just the plus 20% of damage taken in that window. Start with reducing that before you start nerfing full percentage of abilities. That's my opinion. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I will see you next video. Peace.